We are beginning to have a problem
for an AI company
because
in Germany.
Some of these students,
mind you,
more than
Brian has never been to Nairobi, and he doesn't even have a passport. But he works for an AI company in Germany. He makes money. In fact, in that school, the principal told me we are beginning to have a problem here in this school because some of these students, they earn more than the teachers.
ICT hub in every ward. We can connect millions of young people to jobs on the digital space, to e-commerce on the digital space, because what government is going to do, members of parliament are going to build the ICT hubs, the government of Kenya is going to deliver internet, the government of Kenya is going to deliver trainers, we are going to deliver computers. It is up to the young people of Kenya to monetize their knowledge, their talent, their expertise, and grow their incomes. That is program number 2. That is going on as I talk to you. We have already distributed 16,000 computers to all our TVETs in Kenya today, not tomorrow. And there are 120,000, mark that number, 120,000 young people in our TVETs who today are earning on the digital platform because of our training and because of what we have done in that digital space. Number 3, what are we doing? You ask me, what are we doing to create jobs? Number 3, we have a big program with the Ministry of Labor. In fact, I was today with my Principal Secretary for Labor, Shadrach Madime. I don't know whether he's anywhere in this auditorium, he's somewhere else. Shadrach Madime was with me today. I have changed the management of NEA, National Employment Authority, so that we can tap into opportunities to work outside Kenya. What are we doing in that space? I have negotiated many opportunities. Many people have been asking me, Mr. President, why are you traveling? Yeah? And I want to use this opportunity to answer them. I have been traveling to make sure that I connect Kenyans to jobs, both in country and outside country. We are signing 19 bilateral labor agreements with different countries. In fact, we just concluded one with Germany. So that what happens? So that some of our talented young people, because this is what other countries like Philippines have done. When you have good quality labor, you can use it to drive our economy. In fact, remittances from Kenyans, very hardworking Kenyans outside Kenya, is all the way to about $4 billion. So that is the space we want to use, because Kenyans have good education, they speak good English, they are self-motivated, they need less supervision. Any company anywhere in the world will want to hire a Kenyan. And therefore, we must use it because it is the asset that we have. And that is what I have been doing to try and connect Kenyans to jobs outside Kenya. I said today, for example, that those opportunities are available. In fact, if you go to the Ministry of Labor website, there are approximately 400,000 jobs as I talk to you today. Different types of jobs. And that's why I was saying today, some of those jobs, like the ones for nurses, for example. I was in Saudi Arabia the other day. They want 2,500 nurses. We are unable to meet that quota. And Saudi Arabia pays even for tickets. You don't have to pay any ticket, you just need to be qualified. And there are other countries we are negotiating so that we can get opportunities for Kenyans to work, not just in Kenya, but outside Kenya. Number 4, you ask me, what am I doing to create jobs? Number 4, we must begin to manufacture things, products that can be manufactured in Kenya instead of importing everything from everywhere. There was a time we were importing toothpicks, imagine. Yeah? And there are people who want to tell us we must continue importing things and products. I made a decision that anything that we have the manufacturing capacity in Kenya, any product that we have manufacturing capacity in Kenya, we must begin to apply duty so that we stop products from other countries and build our own manufacturing capacity, hire our own young people, use our own raw materials, build our own wealth. And let me give you an example. Last year, we imposed duty on steel billets, on cement, on clinker, and on furniture. There was a bit of noise last year because I put down my foot and I said, look, if we have manufacturing capacity in Kenya, somebody explain to me why we continue to import these products. Do you know what happened? Because we put duty on those products, steel, for example, steel billets, 11 companies that had closed down because we had opened the door for importing of steel billets. 11 companies today, hiring 16,000 Kenyans, have opened. And they are now hiring Kenyans and producing steel billets locally in Kenya. You know what's interesting? The same people who were complaining last year, I met them this year. And they told me, Mr. President, you see, that duty you imposed on that product last year, I told them, why don't you reduce it from 17% to 10%? They told me, no, keep it at 17%. Why? Because they had now invested in Kenya. They were producing those products locally. And do you know what? We saved 100 billion shillings of foreign exchange because of stopping to import steel billets. These are statistics that are out there, right? So it is partly why our dollar situation is stabilizing, because we have stopped importing things, products that we can manufacture locally. 11 companies that had closed down, steel companies, have opened. They are hiring Kenyans. They are using our local products. Do you know what? I was in Taita Taveta today. And one of the things I'm going to do next month is to go to Taita Taveta, where we have iron ore, which we have been exporting as a raw material. And many people were telling us stories. Now, the same companies who were complaining to me last year, they have said one of them is now going to invest in Taita Taveta iron ore, not to export, but to manufacture steel locally using raw materials from Taita Taveta County, including all the other counties where we have iron ore. That is the difference we make when we make the right decision. So we are building our own local manufacturing capacity. And what are we doing in that space additionally? We are making sure that we support local manufacture. It is the same reason why we said diapers, bumpers. We have 10 companies that are manufacturing these products in Kenya. Explain to me, somebody, why we should continue to import these products from other countries. Explain to me why we continue to export our jobs. We have cotton which we are growing in Kenya. We have nowhere to sell our cotton. We cannot use it to produce our own products because we are importing everything. And that's why I said, this year, God willing, we want to make sure that we build our own local capacity. Industrialization, manufacturing, value addition is the way for us to go so that we can create more jobs, create more wealth, and grow our economy. So we are not only expanding our manufacturing capacity, we are stopping unnecessary imports of products that we can manufacture locally so that we can expand our products, our manufacturing. And thirdly, on that space of creating jobs, we now have 6 new special economic zones. In fact, export promotion zones in Kenya. So that product is, that space is going on. And one of the products that, one of the areas we are going to deal with is right here in Mombasa in Dongokundu. I just announced that we now have a partnership with Afri-Exim Bank to unlock the first 500 acres of Dongokundu for industrial productivity. So I have given you 5. I have told you, number 1, our housing program is creating jobs. Number 2, our digital space is creating jobs. Number 3, our export of labor is creating jobs. Number 4, our manufacturing is creating jobs. Number 5, our special economic zones is creating jobs. That is what I'm doing for Kenya. I know you have asked me something else about education. Let me take 1 or 2 questions and then I will consolidate and answer your question on education and on drug abuse. Yes, can I have a lady this time? Oh yeah, that gentleman. Yes, my good friend.
Mimi ni Joash Onsare, mwanahabari wa TV47.